Ferris Footwear Company is trying to disrupt the way shoes are made using sustainable practices that minimize waste.
The founder is a first-generation Mexican-American who uses footwear to connect with her cultural roots. Vanessa Arroyo joins us now. Vanessa, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us about your company.
We are a sustainable fair trade brand. We are officially part of the Chicago Fair Trade, and I have over 10 years experience in shoemaking and design. So when I created this brand, I specifically wanted to tackle the sourcing, the material sourcing. I knew that that was a really good place to start and make a sustainable footwear line.
I love that. Let's go back a little bit just to kind of your roots, because I know that that's also something that you want to honor in your designs too, and pertains to where you actually get your products from as well. Tell us how your family's history inspired you.
Well, both of my parents were born in Mexico, and later in my life, when I was already an adult, I decided to move to Mexico, and I was introduced to the shoemaking community there. And I worked with artisans making footwear, and prior to that, I had already been designing footwear in New York. So this was just a completely different side of the industry that I fell absolutely in love with and reconnected with my ancestors.
And these are some of the shoes that you're designing now. They're just beautiful. I think when most people start a company, they're looking for ways to cut costs and you know, just be profitable. But you decided that you were going to not only try to be profitable, but also do it in a very true way.
Yes.
Was that a hard decision to make, or was it kind of from day one you knew I wanted to do this the right way?
I knew that I wanted to do it the right way. It was the only way that I would do it. It took a while, and it was not easy to get people on board with my vision. But I'm glad that I was persistent with it, and we're doing it. We're 3 months old, so here we are.
And I know you touched on this a little bit before, but let's talk about the sustainability. I think it's something that's really on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. I mean, we're hearing a lot about fast fashion and how it's so bad for the world. And not only that, you're also including a fair wage for your workers.
Yes. So part of being a member of the Chicago Fair Trade, we have to prove that we pay more than livable wages to our artisans, which was easy for me to do because I had already practiced all of these things. I had already incorporated it into my brand. And we also, another big part of being sustainable is using a tanning process that eliminates all of the chromiums and all of the heavy salts and toxic materials from our tanning processes. So we have a vegetable-based tanning process that allows all of the natural blemishes and components and organic tones and textures of our leather to show in our footwear.
And is that something you picked up from family members or while you were in New York? How did you learn all of this?
Well, working in the fashion industry, we behind the scenes understand that there's a lot of waste, a lot of consumption, as you mentioned, that goes on. And it's unfortunate, but I wanted to do the complete opposite.
So talk about how much labor goes into each pair of shoes from beginning to end. I'm sure like the stitching is special, the leather is special, the dyes are special, as you said.
Yes, so I am a shoemaker as well. I'm not just a designer, I'm not just a product developer, and I like to dive into the entire process. So I like to make my own prototypes, I work on a mold, and I'm able to send my prototypes back to Mexico. I live there, so I have a really good relationship with my people, and we start the process. So we go back and forth, we make a couple of versions, we make some tweaks. A lot of trial and error goes into it because when all of these synthetic materials are eliminated from a product, it isn't the east to work with.
Are they comfortable?
They're very comfortable.
My biggest question.
You know, being a Chicagoan, I really wanted to create a commuter's boot, a commuter's shoe, something that I can leave the house with, go to the office, go out after work, and come back and still be comfortable.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm guessing they're an investment because they stay with you for more than just one season, right? They're going to
Most
last through our winters.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. This is a true Chicago shoe.
Oh, Vanessa, thank you so much. Your story is so inspiring. If you are interested in purchasing a pair of these sustainable shoes, you can head on over to the website, ceresfootwear.com, or head to their socials to learn more. Vanessa, thanks so much.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank